Right, okay, we're looking at an application called Kahoot today. You can sign up online, it's absolutely free, so you can basically create a quiz. So you can test the children on a concept or a topic you've been doing. And straight away you can look at the results and you can say to yourself, well, okay, children have got it, some haven't, maybe no one's got it, go ahead and redo it again. And it's brilliant because the children want to do the quiz, they want to play it, because it's on the iPads and there's a whole lot of competition involved. So they really try their hardest and their best to win, really. There isn't an app on the App Store yet for it, so we've got to create this icon here first so children can just go to it straight away. To do that, it's pretty simple. Just got to go to the Safari app first to go online. And then in the URL box there at the top where you put our address, we've got to go to a website called Kahoot.it. And as you can see, it's already there because I've been using it before. So Kahoot.it, click on go. And then when you come to the screen, as you can see, it's got a game pin where children can put the pin in for your quiz, and we'll come to that later. But we're going to create the icon first. So this button here at the top, you're going to click on that. And then where it says add to home screen there, we're going to click on that next. And then it just says what you want to call the icon you're going to create. We'll keep it as Kahoot. Click on add. And as you can see, it's now created for me an icon. So when children come along, they can just click on the icon app, and they're none the wiser. They think it's an app. And I go straight to the game pin screen here. And as you can see, it's not like an Internet Explorer screen now at all. It's more like an app screen. And children can log in and get ready to play your quiz.
Okay, so once you've created the app icon for the iPads, we can now have a look at how to make your own quiz, how to search for other quizzes already made by other teachers, and then how to run the quiz. So you need to go online now and then go to the Kahoot website. Like I said before, it's free to sign up. And in the background here, it's got some videos running of obviously a lot of people really enjoying playing Kahoot and having a great time. Once you're signed up, you can then click sign in, and I've already signed in before. So once you sign in, it comes to this home page here where it's got a lot of stats on the side. But if you click on My Kahoots here at the top, it will give you a list of all the quizzes you've either created yourself or ones where you've searched for them and taken one off one that's already been made and you've run with it or you've changed it in some way. So all the way down here you can see all my quizzes that I've got, and I've got quite a few pages I think of these. Yeah, you can click down here to next and you can see all the different quizzes you've got. So at the top here, recently we've been doing a topic on Liverpool, so I've got one on the Beatles here. And then, yeah, after we finished our horrible SATs tests, we had a few general knowledge quizzes on the Friday. So as you can tell, I'm a Year 6 teacher, so we've been using a lot of the Kahoot quizzes for a bit of light revision, you know, leading up to the SATs and even during the SATs week in the afternoon when we were revising for the different tests. But even in lessons, when we're doing revision as well, we're looking at different things again. But even in lessons before that, you know, as starters, and then, you know, at the start of a lesson to see what children already know, even at the end of a lesson, so I can assess what they've learned in the lesson or as a plenary or anything like that. So we've got some shape work there, we've got some more arithmetic questions, and, you know, even spelling patterns, which is great. So, you know, the idea is you can have literally any quiz you want on anything you want. So a lot of English and maths at the moment. As you can see, we've been practicing Roman numerals and quite a few different things there. So that's where it stores all of your quizzes. But if you click on the top here, it says Public Kahoots. That's where we can search for quizzes already made by other teachers. And if you click on the search box here, we can type in something that you know you're after. So if I just type in, let's go with algebra, in Year 6 and see what I come up with. Click on school, because I'm in a school. Don't want anything higher than that. I want it for a school, and search for that one. And then what I always do is just click on the right hand side here where it says only show Kahoots for made by teachers, so I know because a lot of children go home and make quizzes and you don't know what's made by teachers and what's made by the children. So we've got a lot of different quizzes here made by other teachers. So we've got one here, Year 6 Algebra, so we can click on that. We've got a few stats. It's only got 5 questions. It's had 7 players in the past already, and 83 players have logged on and played it. 3 people have favorited it, so they've had it and borrowed it and used it. And if you scroll down, you can see all the questions that they've got. And then if you want just one individual answer, you can just click on it. But if you want to see all answers, obviously just click on show all answers there. So you can look down to it, and if you like it, you say to yourself, yeah, I'll use that, and I'll use it straight away, or I'll use it and I'll change it a little bit. You just click on the favorite icon there, and then at the top it will say success. The Kahoot's been saved to your favorite list. So if we go back now to my Kahoots and then down to my favorites, we'll see it stored there. So now it's in my favorites and I want to use that and put it into my folder. So I'm going to click on this button here, duplicate. And as you can see now, it's gone to the folder created by me, but it's not ready to play yet because I haven't finished editing it and making sure, it's definitely okay and it's how I want it. So I click on continue editing. And then what I could do straight away is I could just get rid of that duplicate at the top there and change the Year 6 Algebra. And then I can just have a look through and make sure everything's okay. Look through the questions and make sure the answers are okay by clicking on this icon here and just checking the answers correct, or all the answers aren't in the same box, for instance, because then children will pick up on that. But once you're happy and you think, that's everything I want, I don't want to add any more questions, I want to run with just those 5 questions to see what children know at the start of a lesson maybe, I can click on save. And then if straight away you want to go back into it and change something, you click on edit. Preview, something we'll look at in a minute. Play it straight away in class and then share it across to other platforms. But for now, just I'm done. And then you can see there now I've got saved in here that quiz I've just borrowed off someone, and it's all ready to go and I can now play it. Okay, so now we can have a look at making our own quiz. So from this page here, we can click on the new K button at the top there, and it will bring us this screen here. Kahoot have now also got 2 new options. They've got discussion and survey. I haven't looked at them yet, so I'm not quite sure how to use them. Something for the future. But for now, we'll look at making a quiz. So we'll click on here. And the first thing we've got to do is put a title of our quiz. So we'll make a maths one today. And underneath you've got to put a description, what is it in terms of maths. So we'll just put a general maths quiz today rather than anything specific. General maths quiz. Who can see it? Everyone. What language is it in? English. And the audience is really important, so that when people are searching for your quizzes, they know what the quiz is aimed at in terms of an audience. So I'm making mine for a school, so I'll click on school there, but you can see all the other options that you've got. In this box here, you can credit any sources that you've used if you need to. And underneath is quite cool. When the quiz is being loaded, you can put in a YouTube video and that will play in the background. That's a really a neat idea. Then if you want to, you can click on here and you can add an image to accompany your quiz title, or you can just drag and drop it in, which is quite nice as well. Once you've done that, click on OK, go. You come to this page here, gives you, it says here, an overview. It's got the title of your quiz, the short description about what it's about. If you put a picture in, it will sit here. And then who can see it? Everyone, so it's not private. And underneath we can add our first question, so we click on here and then we'll put our first question in. So we'll start with something nice and easy. What is 11 times 12? Question Nicky Morgan doesn't like. Underneath you've got a time limit, so that's how long people have got to answer the question. So it's quite an easy one. We'll put 10 seconds. Do you want to award points? I'd always say yes, and we'll look at that later. Underneath you can put your answers in. You've got to have a minimum of 2 answers, but you can have a maximum of 4. So we'll just put 4 answers in now. Okay, and then once you've done that, you've got to click on the tick to say that's the right answer. So click on that one there. Again, any sources you want to credit, and if you want to, you can add an image or a video to accompany the question if you need to. Once you're happy, you click on next, and then you've got an overview again there. You've got the question number, what the question is, how long you've got to answer the question. And if you want to check the answers and what you've written, you can click on the edit tab there and have a quick look. And then we can add another question clicking on here. This time I'll put a picture question in to show you how to do that. So what shape is this? I'll give it 10 seconds again, give it points. So now I've got to put a picture in. So I've already got one ready, so I'll just drop that in for you. Just drop it there. It will go in, and then again just pop the answers in. So triangular prism, which is the correct answer. Put some wrong answers in now. Sphere, cuboid, and let's go with square-based pyramid. Okay, so this time I've got a picture question. So all the people will see on the quiz is what shape is this, and they've got to wait till the picture loads, and then you've got to answer it. So you can keep adding as many questions as you want. I'm not sure if there's a limit. I've done up to I think 35 questions on one quiz. Now I could keep going, so I'm not sure there's a limit or not. Once you're happy with all that, you can click on save, and then if straight away you've made a mistake or you want to go and check on something, you click on edit and go straight back into it. Preview will come to in a minute. You can play it straight away if you're in class, and you can share it across different platforms if you want to show off your quiz to other people. But for now, click on I'm done, and then back on that screen before where it's got created by me, we've got that new quiz now we've just created, the maths quiz. Got no picture, but we did have it sit there. How many questions it's got, and it's ready to go, and you can play it. Right, okay, last thing to look at is how to actually run the quiz that you've made. If you're in lessons, obviously you just go onto the quiz you want and click on play, this button here, and then run it in class. But what we'll do is we'll click on one of the quizzes, and we're going to go to preview. And with preview, it will show you exactly how it's going to run in class as well. But I recommend you always have a go at preview anyway, just to make sure that the quiz runs smoothly and there's no incorrect answers for when you do play it in class. So click on preview. On the right hand side here we've got obviously a phone, but in class children are going to have iPads, and you'll recognize that screen from before when we had the iPads and we created that iPad icon. So children are now in the class, they're sitting there with their iPads, they've got this screen on here, and they're waiting for you to load the quiz. Okay, so we've gone for the Beatles quiz. We've got a couple of options down here. We've got the classic one. So if in class you've got enough iPads for one each, you click on classic. But if you haven't in class, don't worry. If you've only got enough for a group game, well, then you just click on team mode. Below there's some options. I always keep the game pin displayed throughout the quiz because I've noticed that sometimes the children get kicked out of Kahoot, maybe because the wires has dropped or something like that. But there's a few options there you can look through. Sometimes randomized order of questions, I always do sometimes as well, but that's when I always leave on for the duration of the quiz. So children are ready now, and the game pin comes on at the top there, so children can now type the pin on the screen now, which will be on your whiteboard. So they'll log in. Ask them for a nickname. So if someone does a really silly name like Batman or something and logs in, and it's up to you. You might want them to put their own nickname in, but as it says here, no nicknames. If you don't want it, you can just click on their name and it will kick them out. And on the screen it will say there, you've been kicked out. Please put in a more suitable name. So let's put one in, and let's put a sensible name in. Let's put Dave in. Okay, so once all the children are logged in, it will tell you how many players are there, and you'll know that because you know how many iPads you've got in class. So when you see everyone's logged in, you can start the game. So children will know that there's 30 questions. Like I said, the game pin will always be on the screen in case they get logged out. The first question loads and it gives the children enough time to read the question and think what's the answer going to be. And they've got 4 options here and they've got to match up their answer with the colour. So how many beetles were there? Well, there were 4, so they should click on the blue one. And on their screen they'll be told if they're correct or incorrect, and they'll tell us how many points they've got as well. And you can get more points if it's a correct answer and how quickly you've answered it against other people. And if we were playing against other people, below here it would tell me how many points I am behind someone else, or how many points someone is behind me trying to catch me up. So straight away people in class, kids in class, are competitive and are looking around saying, oh, I'm going to catch you in a minute, which is great. And on screen for you, it will display how many people got the answer right, and you can straight away see who got it wrong, and go back to that question if you want to, and ask a bit more about that question if you need to. So that's really good as well. Click on next, it comes to the scoreboard, and I think, if I remember rightly, it shows the top 5 scores, so children in class can see where, if they're in the top 5 and what the scores are. But the children will be told on their screen what position they're in class as well, which is great. So next question, so a picture one like the before on our maths one, and the time will time down. Now if not everyone's answered in class and the time runs out, that child will be told your time's run out and you've got no points. So always choose a time that you think is suitable for that question. Okay, so I'll let it run down and I'll show you what happens. So there we go. This time I've been told my time's up, what the correct answer was, so I didn't answer this one at all. Okay. Again, the scoreboard, so you can see where you're up to. So this time I'll answer the question incorrectly, so you can see what happens. So I'll put George Harrison instead. So this time it tells me I was incorrect, and the answer was John Lennon. So the question will only finish when either everyone's answered the question or the time's run out. So as you go through the quiz, when you come to the end, it will show you who's won by how many they got right, how many they got wrong, how many points they had, and it'll give you a top 5 leaderboard. I hope it's been helpful. The children absolutely love it. It's great for assessment for you. And as soon as you tell the children you're using Kahoot, they absolutely love it and they can't wait to get started. And children have even gone home and made some of their quizzes, and even they're pretty good as well. So hope you found it helpful, and thanks for watching.